Alright folks, welcome to the Don's channel. I am the Don Father. Just a quick live stream to keep people updated with what's been happening, what's going to be happening, and just a quick check-in. I've actually just done 2 reactions. I was getting awful bother with the camera and a couple of the videos that I chose to try and react to. One of them is going to be a brilliant story about Roy Benavidez, a Vietnam War hero. He received the Medal of Honor for his bravery and saving people's lives, etc. But I watched it in like cartoon form, one of the cartoon YouTube videos, and it's not for me. It's not for me. It's not serious enough. The story that they're telling is incredible, but I just couldn't take it seriously with that cartoon form. And likewise, I was trying to do a reaction to oversimplified, a cartoon type YouTube channel, or animated YouTube channel that tells you little bits of history, etc. And this one was the Emu Wars, based on Australian history, sorry. And I couldn't get into the way they were doing it. They were trying to make jokes. It wasn't funny. It was really just childlike, and I couldn't be bothered. It's not something that I would say I'm aware of, the Emu Wars, what they were, but the way oversimplified we're doing it was just quite boring. For me, I'm not a child, I'm an adult. If I'm going to learn something, I want to learn the proper way of it, not something that you're actually listening to it thinking, is that true? Is that BS? Is it true? You just don't know. It just seems very disingenuous when you watch those cartoon type videos, and they've got an awful lot of subscribers. They've got millions and millions of subscribers, and people continuously learn their history of these things. But I'm not so sure. I'll take it all with a pinch of salt. Thrawn, hello, how you doing, mate? Brian, how are you doing? Still early here in the US. 10:40 p.m. in Australia. Hey man, 8:40 on the east coast of the US. Ben Woodruff, thanks very much for joining the live stream. It is just going to be a short live stream. I've been up from 3:30 in the morning, just home from work, and I've managed to do 2 reactions. So I actually planned on doing 3 or 4, getting that done. Doing a couple. I've done Home Free, which I'm downloading from my camera now. I've done a reaction to it, Ring of Fire, Home Free, Ring of Fire, and also Scotland the Brave, for everybody who's saying show us some good day, mate, how you doing? Scottish content. So I've listened to people, and I will be bringing some Scottish content as well, because a lot of people are used to seeing content based on their own country, and I think people are wanting to see a little bit more about where I come from now as well. So that's quite nice that people are interested in that, and I've done that there. So 2 videos were okay, got them done and reacted. The other 2, it was really hard to, maybe because I'm tired, really quite tired today. It's been warm today, and you try to do a reaction and this bloody nonsense, the way they're talking and everything, it's just so, and it's computerized garbage. It's not for me. I couldn't be bored with it. Buzz to Cats, good day, mate. How you doing? No footy. Yes, that's quite good you've asked, because I'm doing footy still, and I think I've been getting quite a few comments on that. If you give up in the AFL, the simple answer to that is no. I'm still doing AFL, but I'll be doing reactions only. The reason being, I was doing my tipping and I was doing the reviews of the games, and you're putting a lot of time and effort into getting all that prepared, and then you're filming the video and you're uploading the video. It's taking about probably an hour or 2 of your time, and then maybe 200 or 300 people's watching it. So it's quite disheartening on that front. But on the flip side of that, if I do a reaction to Aussie rules, it gets better views. People enjoy my reaction to stuff rather than me just talking about it. So I've took that into consideration, and that's the direction I'm going with the AFL right now. But what I want to add on top of that is with the AFL stuff, I am watching 2, 3, 4 games at the weekend. I'm watching the highlights. I'm keeping up to date. With what is going on, all this stuff. Of course, it's a Sir Doug Nicholls round was just there. People were wearing the Indigenous Guernseys, which I always love to see as well. So for any Australians that are obviously good supporters of the channel, and I appreciate that's what's happening with the AFL stuff. I'm just not doing the tipping, and I'm just not doing the reviews anymore. So give me a shout on what reactions you want. If it's AFL stuff, AFL reactions you want. Do I have any SEC football coming down the pike? College football in the South? Good question. No, it's not actually been. I've not had any in particular videos requested, but I will do it. I've got the other sports channel that I've done quite a bit of NFL on, actually. I've done the hits and the bumps, and I get quite animated when I watch that. It's great to see people putting their bodies on the line for sport completely. It's all in good fun and competitive spirit, and that's what I love about it. How are you doing? Kind of early. Quite a lot of people saying early. The reason why I'm doing this is just to check in and say I've done a couple of videos there. They're coming up today. I actually wasn't too sure if I was going to get a chance to do it. I'm going to have a sleep pretty shortly. I'm tired today. As I say, I get up for my work at 3:30 every single morning, so I can catch up with you over time, and then I'm doing a lot of stuff for the children. I'm trying to fit in the videos as well. I've had an awful lot of requests through Patreon and new members, and then of course requests from subscribers as well. And you're trying your best to not fall too far behind the requests and keep the content going, but the tiredness does catch up with you sometimes. All right, Larissa, thanks very much for joining quickly. Hello and bye-bye. So that's where we're at. What do? I just work. We do health foods. Once I left the army, I just moved to where my wife's from. I moved over here in Northern Ireland to where my wife's from. I got a wee job right next to where I live, so that suited me down to the ground. We do health foods, but I actually don't mind the early start, albeit I'm saying I'm quite tired today. I like the early start because it's an early finish in the afternoon. So I was finished at 12 o'clock. I get finished at 12 o'clock in the day, so in the afternoon. So it's not too bad. But that's it. And I've had a few people. Hello, Athena. I'm South Carolina. Cool. A few people saying about that I don't do requests for subscribers. That statement couldn't be further from the truth. And actual fact, if you look back from the history of my channel, patrons are only something that's been happening very recently. I've had a few over the years, but patrons aren't to the same level back then as what they are now. So if you look over the history of the channel, the lion's share of the content on it is from subscribers, requests from subscribers. No, I don't expect anything of anyone to do a reaction. I need to clarify this because there's one or two people made snidey comments, and if you're going to make comments, know your facts. I'm a genuine person. I'll try my hardest to do requests. If I see a video, one particular video, coming up so many times, for example, home free, you've got to do home free, home free, home free. Because I'm seeing that popping up all the time in the comments, you've got to understand there's thousands of comments coming through daily. throughout the course of 24 hours. Maybe not thousands, but nearly 1,000 comments I'd go through in a few days, no problem, trying to read them all and see what people want. And then they're telling you stories and you're trying to read them and get back to people. It can be very time consuming and difficult to keep up with. But if I see something popping up quite frequently, then I'll be like, well, that is quite popular. Maybe I should do a reaction to that. The patron thing that I was getting pointed the finger at, I'm unsubscribing to you because you want money for requests. No, I don't want money for requests. I'm saying a reward for people who support me like that. There, I give them personal videos. That includes a shout out, where they're from, and a special thank you, which is courtesy. It's something that I believe I should be doing anyway, but that's what that's for. So I just want to clear up a couple of the snide comments. If there's anybody in the future that thinks that, I don't want to keep repeating myself. Yes, I do requests from ordinary subscribers who don't pay. I'm not expecting anybody to. I appreciate people who do, but I don't expect anyone to. I just appreciate the support that I'm getting regardless. But there's people in a better position that can do it and they want to do it. Fantastic. But there's no pressure there. And most of the time you come away when you read the comments in a decent mood. You're like, oh, that's lovely comments today, and hearing people's stories and you're reading about them, and there's some people that are struggling and maybe difficult situations going on. Or of course, I've been doing a lot of videos to maybe soldiers that have came home but not the way they left, if you like. They've been killed in action and they come home, and that hits home to a lot of people when I'm doing reactions to that. They've lost loved ones or friends or fellow people that they served with, and you're reading all these comments, and you know, you get different emotions based on what you're reading as well. So I do get quite invested in it, and sometimes when you see the negative ones, they can actually be pretty annoying. Because, as I say, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm a genuine person. I'm not expecting anything from anyone. I just hope that you'll continue to watch the stuff and you'll continue to enjoy the stuff. If you don't, well, that's quite disappointing for me, but that's understandable. It's not all the stuff that I'm going to be doing is going to be to everybody's taste. Some people are following the channel for a music reaction. Some people are following up for patriotic type stuff. There's stuff that's military. There's history. There's a wide variety of different stuff. But the more the requests come through, and if it's the same thing that's been requested, that'll catch my attention. And then I'm more likely to go, actually, do you know something? Quite a lot of people want this. I should do it. So that's where we're at. Buzz to Cats. Lockdown's not been too bad. We were locked down for about 4 or 5 months where we had no restaurants, pubs, only essential shops. Your grocery shops were open. That was it. For about 4 or 5 months, and of course visiting family and all the rest of that kind of carry on was a no indoor visiting and no outdoor visiting, and loads of just, it was difficult enough for most people. I was all right because I don't know, I was all right. It didn't really affect me too badly, but for a lot of people that's quite hard to take, isn't it? But we're all right. We're getting there. Things are opening up now. You can drink in the pubs again. You can get a pint in the pub. Social distancing, track and trace, and all that carry on in the pubs. But that's just the way it is for most. Morning from the US, Aletha. Thanks very much. Yes, people on the internet can be so heartless. Your stuff is amazing. Thanks very much, A. Schofield. Greetings from Colorado. Like the great Ben Woodruff, like the great philosopher said, shake the haters off. I couldn't agree with you more. You do get them. You do get them. And it's something that I think I need to be able to just dismiss a little bit quicker than what I do, because 99.9% are positive comments or interesting comments. There's some nice stories that people tell me, and I sit there and, believe it or not, I really try my hardest to read every comment. Can't always reply to them in terms of writing stories back. I'll give you the heart and say, just so you know that I've seen it and I've read it. I don't always have the time to write. I have got a family, little kids to look after as well, but I try my best. It's getting a lot bigger, the channel for me, than you can always be able to handle to manage it when it in relation to that. But it's good. It's all, I'm going to have to learn how to deal with it a little bit better. But you're absolutely right. Shake the haters off. I'm unsubscribing because blah blah blah. Well, I can't control that. All I can control is that I'm making the majority of the people. I'm making content that they're happy with and that you're enjoying, and that's all I can hope for. And you're always going to get negative people anyway. You know, I've tried to be as positive as I can on the channel. I don't engage in certain topics because they're divisive or they're controversial, or just simply you just shouldn't do it because it's not good. I try to keep it lighthearted, fun, and that strikes a chord with the majority of the subscribers as well. The Drunk Scotsman song, absolutely brilliant. I'm familiar with the song. Yeah, I probably could check it out and do a reaction to it. I'm sure quite a lot of people would enjoy seeing that. I'm sure most people's heard that song. If they haven't, it might make for a good reaction. Bill, thanks very much. Watching from Virginia City, Nevada, way over in the west there, Nevada. Absolutely brilliant. Love to hear things like that. Everybody, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you very much, Bill. Really do appreciate that comment too. Absolutely couldn't agree with you more, Boss to Cats. One thing I will say is I'm very conscious, you're from Australia, I'm very conscious that my Australian content has went lower. It's something that's I need to improve on. I'll hold my hand up and say that I should be doing better on that front. I don't want to make it feel like I'm turning my back on people and I'm not doing content for them, because I'm trying to keep the majority of the requests up to date, and there's just not enough hours in the day or free time on my hands to do it all. But what I have said, I would appreciate if people could go back, if there's any Aussies, come on and see my previous comments about the AFL or any other Australian content. If you want it, request it, and I'll try my best to do it. But the bulk of the requests and patrons are obviously going. They get priority. I mean, that's straightforward. Really, I don't see that has been too much of an issue for most people, but as I said, there is the odd individual that sees it that way. But I don't want to keep repeating myself in it, but there you go. I'm conscious of that, and I need to improve on that, and I do apologise for not doing as much, but I'm not, just to clarify again, the tipping videos for the AFL, I won't be doing them, and I won't be doing the reviews, but I will be doing reactions. So if there's requests for reactions, certainly check them out, no problem at all. Or other Australian content, I've done loads. I've done over, I would say, about 300 videos, all in, of all different stuff within. I would say it's a kick in the arse of 300 videos for of Australian content, rather. So my dedication has been there. It's just the demand is far higher for what I'm doing right now. And I hope people can understand that and don't get too annoyed. US and Illinois, Greater TK, Teresa Cole, thanks very much for joining. Love your channel. Thanks very much for your kind words. Find your channel recently. What I love about it is you are respectful to all nations you talk about, and I really appreciate that. Well, I actually appreciate that comment, and I'm glad that that's actually coming through. It doesn't actually matter if I'm getting requests. I've done Malaysia, a Commonwealth country, Malaysia, and some of this stuff. They're good people in Southeast Asia as well, you know, and they supported me quite well too. And I like learning about their Dan Shannon, you're welcome. No problem. Thanks very much. I like learning about people's different cultures, their history. Obviously, I'm seeing their military, watching little bits of their equipment, etc., that they've got, and their training that they go through. Some of these countries go through some vigorous military training as well, and that's quite interesting to me because you really only see the sort of Western countries, don't you? So they actually see other countries as well. How do they operate? What way are they doing stuff? Kind of, I wouldn't say it's as fresh a professional eye anymore. It's been quite a few years since I served in the military, but there's still things that you can point and go, oh, well, maybe we wouldn't have done it that way, but that's quite interesting to do that way, etc., if you like. And it is respectful. At the end of the day, I want to show the same respect as the people watching the channel are for me. It's the right thing to do. It's that, as my grandfather used to say it all the time, it's nice to be nice. And I think people should kind of think that sometimes, realise that it's nice to be nice. Be nice to others. It's nice to be nice. Just started watching channel. Absolutely love it. Florida, USA, Jumpy 904. Thank you very much for your nice comment there. Buzz to Cats, you have to go now. I'm now considered an essential worker. No problem. See you soon, mate. Take care of yourself. You're welcome. No problem. Shelley Moore. Hello, Shelley. Thanks very much for that nice comment, Shelley. I really do appreciate that. And what I will say is you're absolutely correct. I have 3 young daughters. I have 2 dogs. We have a cat. My daughters have a bloody hamster as well. It's all go. Everything's all go. Non-stop. Boom, boom, boom. From I come in from work, collect one from nursery. Then I'm doing a couple of wee things. And then I'm collecting other ones from school, then I'm doing the tea, then I'm taking them at their sports. I'm trying to fit in the videos at the same time, trying to get the videos uploaded, and then trying to go through the comments while also keeping my wife happy and putting the phone down and having a bit of time with her. So there isn't enough hours in the day, literally, but it is something somewhere down the line. The rate this channel's grown at, I would like to see me going from full-time employment to more. That would be the dream, wouldn't it? To be able to do something that you love and turn it into something that's a hobby, but also something that you can kind of live off as well. That is the ultimate dream. Whether or not that comes to fruition, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I've always worked. I'll always be a worker as long as I physically can. I'm not one to sit on my backside and do nothing and just piss and moan. I just want to get out, work, earn my money, support and provide for your family, etc. So that comment is absolutely spot on. Family does come first, and then my hobby and my passion for this is secondary to that. Bill, yes. I've just missed a few comments. I'm actually further down past you. Let me just go back up quickly. There's a few other people. Cardman, how you doing, mate? Just seen you've popped in there. Good day, Don Father. How are you? I'm very good, thank you very much. And I'm sure you're probably thinking where the AFL content is. I'm still watching live AFL games, mate, and I'm still going to be doing reactions, but no, I won't be doing my tipping videos. I am playing the tipping and I am playing the super coach, but I'm not doing the tipping videos, if you like, for the channel or the reviews of the games, but I'll be doing reactions and I'm definitely keeping up to date with it all. Just I hope that answers any questions you might have. Hello, Patricia, how are you? Any videos about your own story, your military experiences? Yeah, well, I was in the army. I was in the Black Watch for. Whoa, it's just popped up that somebody's donated. I'm not too sure who that was. It'll maybe pop up. Thank you very much, whoever that was. I really appreciate that. That's an incredible gift. It's not popped up who your name is yet, so I'll shout you out straight away. That was an extremely generous donation there. Thank you very much. I've lost my track of thought now because that's just popped up. I'm sure the comments down. I'm just a little bit behind here. I did 5 years in the army, British Army. I was in the Black Watch, 1st Battalion, the Black Watch, Royal Highland Regiment, which then amalgamated into the Royal Regiment of Scotland, of which the Black Watch became the 3rd Battalion. Got out in 2008, actually. I joined in 2003, missed the war in Iraq with my battalion, was in the war in Iraq in 2003, but they were then fastballed out as part of an operation Optelic 4.1, as they called it. Tony Blair needed more troops out there. They sent the Black Watch for a back-to-back tour pretty much of Iraq, and that was when I went to Iraq in 2004, served with the Americans up north in Dogwood when they were doing the operation in Fallujah at the Triangle of Death. We were up there, and then came out back home from Iraq. We were in England for a short period of time, and then I did 2 years in Northern Ireland, which I now live in. So that's up to date with my military service. Just being, because there's loads of comments there, just a quick brief introduction to that. I can specify in more detail maybe somewhere down the line here, but hopefully that answers a few of your questions you might have. Bill has asked about Scottish. Yes, well, I'll tell you something. I'm actually uploading a reaction of Scotland the Brave with the lyrics, and it's patriotic as hell. Quite a lot of people will probably appreciate that, and it's really good fun. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy it too. So stay tuned for that. It's actually loading onto from my camera. I'm getting that loading so I can edit it all up and put it together for everyone. I'm not sure what time I'll get it up for you, but I would imagine probably in the next 2 or 3 hours. I'm going to have a sleep after this live stream, and then I'll put that together, and hopefully they'll be uploaded today. Good morning from Indianapolis. Crowley, how are you doing? Thanks for all you share. Really appreciate that. You're very welcome. I'm glad you enjoy it. Are you kidding me? How you doing down under? Good day, mate. I hope you're well. Greater TK, Teresa. Hi, Patricia, Tyree. Maybe you're tagging somebody in it. Possibly, not too sure. Bill, your parents are from Glasgow. Well, I lived in Glasgow. I lived in Glasgow for a short period of time. I'm back. Chris, sir. My word, mate, Chris, massive shout out to Chris, sir. You donated so generously the other day. It actually blew me away how generous you were, by the way. I was saying to the wife, you'll never guess this man, or I'm assuming it's a man or woman. When you say Chris, it could be short for Christine, Christopher, don't know. I don't know if you care to elaborate for me. I missed the comment maybe the last time. But anyway, this person, Chris, so very generous to the channel with the donations. Absolutely brilliant. Really appreciate it. A few other folk. I'm quite a few comments down here. My parents are from Glasgow. Cody Anderson, one of the patrons. Thanks very much, Cody, for joining. Good morning from Minnesota. Beautiful city up there. Somebody, Greater TK. I love animals. Have 2 dogs, Siberian Huskies, and I'm up. Well, I have the 2 Labradors and the pup, which I'm actually rehoming. I'm not actually keeping that pup. It was from a litter that we had. I had 5 pups there. 4 of them are already rehomed, and the other one's being rehomed on Friday. So love Labradors. Huskies are beautiful as well. SD, good morning from Virginia. Thanks very much for joining. What started your interest and obvious love for the US and our services? Well, I've served with the American military as well. I've seen what they've got. Love the equipment. Very highly trained, skilled people. I love the patriotism. Of course, I've covered that so many times that you have for your country in America. I have the same patriotic blood flowing through me for my own country, and I can appreciate everybody who has that true blue spirit, that true blue blood going through them. There's nothing wrong with that. You shouldn't ever have to be apologetic for it. It does seem like quite a lot of people want you to be, but absolutely no way do I feel that way. And it's just a mentality thing. I think I share that same mentality, and obviously served in the military, so that's a no-brainer. I like seeing the American military as well, their videos and stuff. The patriotic songs are great, and then obviously from doing them, the sheer volume of interest for other things that's been sent in. to the channel. I'm learning more. I'm enjoying it as I go. I'm just enjoying the journey, like I did with Australia as well. As I said, I think I've got probably about 300 videos all in of so many different topics for Australia as well. I've done quite a lot in Canada with sport, a little bit maybe on geography in Canada as well. A little bit on history. Canada's a country I absolutely love. Beautiful, beautiful place as well. And I think it's because you were all speaking the English language, and we've got direct roots and heritage with each other as well. So it's quite easy to love watching it and learn more about it too. Are you kidding me? Have you got sent your silver play button for 100,000 subs? I cannot wait for that, by the way. It's been a long time coming. It's been quite a lot of hard work to get there. People will probably say, hard work? What are you doing? All you're doing is uploading videos, but it's the editing. Say if you put in a request for a video, for example, I don't know, it's a 10-minute length video. So I'm watching a 10-minute video, doing my reaction to it. I'll have to download that video, add it in with my reaction, edit all that together. Then I have to kind of export that out, upload it onto YouTube. It could take one 10-minute video could take over an hour by the time you've downloaded, uploaded, done all these things in the background. And you're editing of the video, of course, as well. Giving the correct titles, adding the links into all the things in the description section, making sure the original video is there. There's so many little details. So when you're doing maybe 3, 4, sometimes 5 videos in a day, you can appreciate how quite a lot of work that can be behind the scenes for somebody to just watch a 10-minute video, a 5-minute video. It could take an hour's work. So there's quite a lot of stuff goes on in the background. It's not just sit here like fucking blah blah blah. That video, just quick reaction, boom, press a button, and there it is for everybody to watch. Absolutely not. It's probably the lower skilled type of video to put up on YouTube in terms of editing. I'll never stand here and say I'm a technology buff, because I'm not very good at it, but I give it my best when it comes to the editing. And what I will say is it's probably my least favourite thing is editing. I enjoy the reaction, I enjoy watching the video, I enjoy communicating with people through the channel, I enjoy all that. But the editing's a bit, nothing ever moves fast enough for you when you're watching that little bar going along, uploading. It never moves. It's like watching fucking paint drying on the wall, isn't it? Well, all know what that's like. But still waiting on that button. To answer your question, no, I've not got it yet, and I can't wait for it to come. And I will be showing myself, opening it up for everyone. Andrew Smith from Memphis, thanks very much. Good morning to you as well. Thank you. Of course, Chris Sayre, there's your donation that you put in. Thank you very much for that kind, generous gift. Really is appreciated, mate. Cardman, yeah, nice, mate. Actually enjoying your other reactions as well as the footy ones, of course. Thank you very much for that. It's nice hearing quite a lot of the AFL fans saying stuff like that as well, because I know I have sort of went off course with the stuff, but there's people actually watching those reactions as well. So that's really nice to hear that you're still supporting the other content, even though it's not necessarily the content of for the reason why you subscribed to the channel initially or in the first place. So thank you for that. YouTube called number 292 is about the CSS Alabama Confederate ship. Pen. T number 292. See, is it a song? It's a song. Confederate. Thanks. Love those songs as well. They're pretty good fun. I will check that out. I'm quite behind in the comments. Bear with me, everyone. Good morning, Heather. I hope you're well from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I love your videos. Would love to see videos on Scotland. Quite a lot of people saying that. I'm actually in the background. I've got that transferring right now from my camera, that reaction that I've just done, and I'll hopefully get it loaded for you today. That's just a song, a Scottish song, Scotland the Brave with lyrics. I hope you'll enjoy it. Ice Princess Morning from Texas, thanks very much. Appreciate you joining. Hope you're well. Chris, hello again, 48-year-old man. Thank you, Chris. Really appreciate you telling me that, because Chris could be short for a couple of different things, couldn't it? So thanks very much. Now I know. Love Labradors too. I have a black lab, beautiful dogs, brilliant. Randy Lint, I am from Twin Falls, Idaho, USA, naval veteran. Hoo-ha! Love it. Thanks very much, Randy, for joining. Oz, UK, US, New Zealand, same blood in the same mud. I love that saying. We have a bond. Absolutely. I totally get that. And I would add Canada into that as well. Absolutely agree. Greater Teresa, thank you for your service. Thanks very much for that. Appreciate that comment. You do. It was my honour to have served my country. Well done. That's Randy as well. Thanks very much for that. Randy served his country. Big shout out to him. Chris Sir, he's AFL is the best. Didn't realise you liked the AFL as well. Brilliant stuff. Are you kidding me? I hate war. I hope we never have one. It should be the last thing we should ever want. At the same time, now and then, there is an ass that just begs for a boot. Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. Totally. Are you kidding me's comment there? Nobody should want war. Nobody should be warmongering as such. But rest assured, if you attack us, we will respond with ferocious force. I condone that. You have a right to defend yourselves 100%, but nobody should be going out their way looking for it. I think most people would agree with that statement 100%. Patricia Tyree, thanks very much. I really appreciate that comment. Your daughter is also a Navy veteran. She's actually said that to Randy. Apologies, Navy veteran there. AFL, NFC, and NFL. I wouldn't call myself that, Randy. Sport, it's the competitive nature of sport. Those sports are quite competitive in the sense of they're physical, they're hard hitting, they put their bodies on the line, not their lives, but their bodies. Of course, some people have had bad head injuries that they've ended up, possibly passing away from them, but it's very, very rare. I wouldn't call myself that, definitely not. But thanks for the comment. Watch your channel, even if all you do is talk about conflicts. Brilliant, thank you very much. Do you know where Fast Castle is? It is in ruins now, but that is my family, the Logan clan. I love your channel. Oh, and I love Boxer Dogs. Love from Denton, Texas. Fast Castle. I'm not too sure. If you can find me, tell me the location of it. I possibly know where it is. There's hundreds of castles in Scotland with loads of different names. I couldn't possibly keep up with them, but I've seen so many castles, some stunning ones, really beautiful. But I'm not familiar with that one. But if you could tell me the place, I might be familiar with the place that it's in. I will probably do, actually. There's quite a lot of comments there saying they would love to see Scottish stuff. I will probably start doing the odd thing then, if that's what a lot of people want. That'll be good. It'll be good fun to show you. That'll be interesting to see people's reaction to some of the stuff that I come up with. I could do kind of like stuff based on, like, I'd say spots where people would love to see beautiful scenery and stuff like that there. Of course, we've got lovely cities to go visit as well, great nightlife, etc. But Scotland is awash with history, isn't it? There's no getting away from that. There's some beautiful castles, scenery, battles that have went on. I don't know how many battles, hundreds of battles over the years have went on in Scotland. So maybe do a little bit in the way of that effect as well. We've got different clans. There's a lot of people telling me their clan name and etc. I could tap into a little bit of that. There's a good couple of history channels, Scottish history channels on YouTube. I could do a few reactions to them possibly as well. That might keep people interested. But certainly something that I'd be interested in doing for you if that's what you want to see. Maternal family, SD, maternal family's grandfather's family is Scots-Irish. Scots-Irish, a lot of the Scots-Irish would be from the province of Ulster, and Northern Ireland sits in Ulster where I live right now, so you're not too far away from where I am right now if that's where they come from. Hawk23, good day, mate. How you doing? Yeah, the band played Waltz and Matilda. I've actually did a reaction to that one. I've done that song, a reaction to that. Check it out if you haven't seen it. I do a little bit of history on it as well leading up to it. I did get corrected with a couple of my facts from people as well, maybe know a little bit better than me, but I've done a few, a bit of an intro to it as well and the reaction to the song. So check it out. I hope you like it. Yeah, greater Teresa Call. Absolutely, they're beautiful spots in Ireland. Scotland's beautiful. You'd love to visit them. Honestly, you great countries to see. And Canada, definitely a country I want to visit as well. On top of Australia, I did say I'm still planning on doing the Australian tour. We're doing the AFL content over there. I'm going to be doing a vlogging trip there, going around the sports there, the touristy stuff. We're going to record it all, put it into vlogging videos, and upload it onto YouTube. I'm going to be plan on doing it in Canada and America as well. Obviously, it's cost dependent, but that's the plan for what we want to do with the channel as well. Jan Hoadley, how are you doing? I hope you're well. Hello from Alabama. Shared a couple of things. Hope not too much. No, not at all. If you want to share the content, share the content. Absolutely perfect. And I think, do you have a request for me as well? I think it's all. I take screenshots of it on my phone when I'm reading the comments as well, and of course requests. And I'm working off a couple of days. I'm a couple of days possibly behind with the reaction, so apologies for that for anybody who's waiting. It might take even longer in some cases, but I'll get to it. Are you kidding me? You're in lockdown in Melbourne again. It sucks, doesn't it? It really shit. I'm not too sure what your vaccination program's rollout's been like there, but ours is pretty good now, and we're starting to open things up. And I'm hoping that it doesn't go into another lockdown again. Even though you know what they're like, they're always like, "Oh, this is the wave. There's a wave. Blah blah blah." I'm just fed up with it all now. But yeah. Oh, they were from Ulster. Very good. So they could possibly be from near where I'm living right now, actually. Warren, how you doing? Hello in Kentucky. I hope you're well. Randy, Canada is fantastic. Also, it's a lot of fun to visit. In Scotland is very much like Canada, at least on the west coast. Yes, I would say the mountainous. Scotland's quite a mountainous country as well for its size. It's quite a lot to do and see. It caters for all sorts of type of tourists, really. But what I would say is what I said in a previous live stream: the sun is not a guarantee. The rain isn't necessarily a guarantee, but prepare for it. Yes, Hog23. I do work. I have got a full-time job. I do health foods as well in my work. So pretty basic job. It suits my life down to the ground. I do my job, I come home, and it works for my family life, and I can do this as well. So nothing too fancy or worth talking about. Hello from Cincinnati, Ohio. OGD, hope you're well. Randy, dang lockdowns. Where I am out, no lockdown and no mask. We've still got the damn masks on in the shops. We have to wear them in the shops. I have to wear them in my work. You have to wear them if you're going inside a building, basically. And I'm not too sure if you're attending a sporting event if you have to wear anything like that. I'm not too sure because that's only just started up again. The going to the attending like sporting venues outside, if you like, that's only really just started opening back up again. I don't think you have to wear them for them though. I'm not too sure. I've not actually been able to attend anything yet. I have my first vaccine. I don't have the second one yet. I think it's sometime towards the end of June. Quite a lot of people here have had their 2 doses, but obviously it goes down through the age groups. Most people have had their first in the adult age bracket. A lot of people have had the opportunity to have their at least 1 dose, so that's pretty good. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're nearly back to normal now. Fingers crossed. Hello, Carol. How are you? A member of the channel, and I should have said Jan Hodley as well as a member of the channel. Thanks very much for joining, both of you. Really appreciate that. Getting to speak to you. Visited Vancouver, Victoria, British Columbia. Absolutely stunning. Snow-capped mountains, sunshine, great fish and chips, friendly and polite people. Loved it. Thanks for that comment. Cindy Dam, I'm from Shawsville, Virginia. Thanks very much for joining the live stream. Chris, sir, again, thank you. You honestly don't need to do it. You don't need to be donating as much as that, mate. Oh, you're a superstar, like. Very, very generous. Thank you very much. Your channel, no apologies, okay? I'm a travel agent, so yes. I don't know what you said cicadas are or whatever they are. Oh, you're going to get them right now. I don't know what that is, so bugs maybe coming in. I'm not too sure. Thank you very much, Chris, for that. Greatly appreciated. The way you donate is too much. Thank you so much. People saying thank you to Chris. Big bugs, loud. Okay, cleared it up for me. Big bugs, lol. It's like cicadas. Never heard of them. We don't get them here in the UK, but they're very, very noisy and big things that need hit with a ability baseball bat. Really annoying people there. Thanks very much. You're welcome. Thank you. Loud annoying bugs. Quite a lot of people clarifying what they are for me, as we don't get them here in the UK, and I've actually never heard of them either. Just want to go back up and see what Carol was saying. Carol, I'm in Florida and we are totally open. Restaurants are packed and baseball games packed, yet COVID numbers are low. Don't understand why other places are so locked down with vaccines and treatments. I would actually I've been wondering that recently myself, and I just got do you know how when you're on your phone, you get alerts to, oh, Carol, you're very generous. Thank you so much for that. Oh, you're very, very generous. Thanks very much, Chris and Carol. Really appreciate that. That's too much. Generosity of people's mind blowing sometimes. Very, very appreciated. Never be taken for granted. Hello, Gillian and Indiana. People mentioning the Memorial Day, which was great. I know I was actually thinking of everyone that we were going to have nice time. People were saying they were going to be boiling crawfish and everything. And I was telling my wife that we were walking into the town the other day with the children. And I says, people were saying that they have these festivals where they boil the crawfish and everything. And I thought, that sounds like an unbelievable sort of thing that I could get into. I like seafood. I like shellfish as well, like that. I've never actually tried them. And I know just the way you do it, just enjoying the day as well. And of course, for some people, it's quite an emotional day as well. So I see both sides of it. But families together, communities coming together, remembering people, hopefully in a good way. Like that song that I just reacted to yesterday was brilliant. They were really upbeat. There was veterans in it, and he's got prosthetic leg, and he's drinking out his prosthetic leg. He's missing two legs, and he's doing handstands, and he's having good fun. So there's comedy in it as well. For some people, can get a laugh out of it too. So try and keep the spirits high as well. The Grand Canyon is a place I would love to see. I actually have a friend from here that went over and got lovely photos, and she's at the Grand Canyon. Like, I've only ever seen it in movies or on bloody TV shows or something like that there, and you're just looking, and it's just hard to believe that something like that is real. It's unbelievable. People like you. Oh, thanks very much, Chris, for that kind comment. Warren, he's saying he finds the sound of the bugs relaxing. People on Scottish beaches today, it could very well have been. We had a little bit of hot weather there. I mean, hot weather in Scotland's not hot is what you might get in parts of your world, the part of the world that you're living in. But 25 degrees is a good day. 30 degrees is probably a hot day for Scotland. So 24 is actually quite a good day for the beach. Recommend Teresa. I recommend the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Beautiful. Sounds really nice, actually. They say Sedona, Arizona is beautiful as well. Yeah, I mean, it's like Australia. I plan on doing the trip to Australia as well, and I'm actually only going to be taking in South Australia and Melbourne. Initially, of course, you've got Perth away out in Western Australia, you've got the Gold Coast, you've got Brisbane, you've got Queensland. It's just such a big place. It's very difficult to fit it all in one trip. So I'd imagine that I'd be focusing on one part of the United States when we do our channel trip, and try and get as much of that area in as possible and not rush myself. I'm very keen to go to these places and not be rushed. Take it in and enjoy it and be relaxed about it. Not rushing, I have to get here and then we've got to get this flight out here. And you're actually kind of taking the fun out of it with travel, if you like. It's such a big country that you can't do it in one trip. Somebody says you'd probably need 3 months. You probably need longer than that, to be fair. If you were doing the whole country, you would never possibly get it all done. But that is something that I would love to do, is go to all these places that people are mentioning. But I think if I'm going to do the States, I'm going to have to plan it in advance. I'm going to have to stick to an area like the South or somewhere, you say, go out west, or do as much in and around that area as possible. And there's locations that are at the top of my head that I really want to do. And I'll probably try and travel around that and take about 3 or 4 weeks at a time doing it. Bill, musician, who got to play the first show on Memorial Day since COVID started. It was wonderful. I'd imagine that felt so good, being able to go and play in front of people again. That would be fantastic feeling, especially if you're a musician. You're born to entertain like that. There, you want to be getting and doing it, and that's fantastic to hear. You're getting a chance to do it again. Even in 3 months, we missed out a huge, amazing. Yeah, just reading your comment. Are you kidding me, mate? Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking in my head as well. Yeah, lots of beautiful countries to go and visit, but I think when I'm talking about the travel to you, there's so many countries I would go and visit out with the channel, but these are the main channels for the content. Of course, Canada, I've got a lot of hockey stuff there. I've done a bit of geography stuff there, a little bit of history stuff on it. The United States, you all know the content I'm doing there. And for any Australians sitting here right now as well, they'll know that I've done quite a lot of Australian content. These will be channel trips. That'll all be money raised from getting the ads on all the videos, and people are donating, like you're seeing there. The donation page that I have, all of that, I'm not using that money for myself. I'm actually putting that towards trips and equipment that are going to need for the trip, like better cameras, better laptop to probably edit it as well, to tell you the truth. I don't think this one's up to the job, but that'll all be part of the budget. And that's what I plan. It's the direction I plan on taking the channel in, along with doing a little bit more podcast stuff once I start to hold my own. And the topics that I'm reacting to, once I start to get a better knowledge, turn it into a little bit more podcasty as well. All being well, I'll be able to do that. So just move here, then take your time and see everything. Yeah. Heather saying just move there, and then you can take your time and see everything. I get that quite a lot from my Australian friends as well to the channel. Why don't you just move here? I know, but my wife's happy here, and if your wife's happy, you're happy, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, but I don't plan on doing, when I do these trips, if the channel does well and it can stand the test of time, because that's another thing. Can the channel stand the test of time? It might be something that people might end up being like, right, well, kind of covered a lot of content now, and maybe lose a little bit of interest over time. It could happen. I can't take anything for granted. It could happen. Hopefully not, but it could. But if the channel can stand the test of time, then possibly we're looking at doing several trips. That would be fantastic to be able to do that, wouldn't it? And then record the content, going round. Another thing, just going back to the crawfish thing that people were saying they're doing. Imagine me being able to go and experience a Memorial Day, right? Something that I've done a lot of videos based on. To be able to go to somewhere where they're holding a Memorial Day, pay my respects to the day, and go around, have their service there or whatever, and then go out and enjoy the festivities as well. And putting that on to the channel, being able to experience that, and putting my family's trip, experiencing the like of the Memorial Day, eating the crawfish, engaging with normal people from that part of the world, and putting it up on the channel and sharing it with everyone. I think that would be incredible. I've got such a desire to be able to do that. It's unbelievable. Ayers Rock, yeah, definitely somewhere I would love to check out as well. Randy, thanks for that. Pennsylvania is gorgeous in the fall. Oh yeah, you've just read out. Apologies. 24 is winter in Australia. You're right. In Perth, 24 is winter. Oh, Kimberly just popped up. Thanks very much, Kimberly, for your kind donation. Really do appreciate it. Love your positivity, compassion, and kindness for others. That's a lovely comment there, Kimberly. Ellis, or Ellis, sorry. Honestly, I'm tired. My eyes aren't picking up the writing properly. You know, when you get tired eyes, the words start to get a little bit fuzzy. Thank you so much for your generosity, Kimberly. So that's Kimberly, Chris, and Carol all chipping into the channel there. That is beautiful stuff. Thank you very much, each and every one of you, for that. Yep, I got a happy wife. I am looking All these comments are coming through, and I'm struggling to keep up with them. There, just got a happy wife. Happy wife means happy life. Correct. Oh, brilliant. Or 4th of July festivals. There's another thing as well. If you could visit in the 4th of July, the one thing I will say is it has to suit, because my children are at school, and I want it is a channel, a family channel, my family's channel, but I'm seem to be the face that you'll see. But there's my children's been in and out of videos with me over the couple of years we've been doing it, and they're very much part of the channel. It's our channel, if you like. It's the Don's channel, the Don family, the Don's channel. I want to be able to experience these trips with my family and meeting people that's been engaging in the channel. That's another thing I pride myself in, is building friendships through time. I've got quite a few friends that I've developed over time from Australia, and I talk to them quite regularly behind the scenes out with YouTube. I talk to these people quite regularly, actually, and I class them as friends. So I'm building friendships, and I'm going to be meeting these people in Australia, and I'm looking forward to that. Definitely, and I pride myself in that, being able to engage with folk. That's why live streams are quite important to me. Talking to people, you don't always get to talk to the folk on the comments section on videos, because maybe they're not there at that particular time. They've left a comment, you get back to the comment, they don't see your comment for a while, and it's like a delay for the whole thing. But this is a direct way to communicate, and it's quite nice. And then I communicate through Instagram to quite a lot of people as well. So I try my best to keep up with everyone, but it's all good. So what I was saying was, just getting back to Teresa's comment she's made to Kimberly Ellis there. It's not compassion and kindness. It's nice to be nice. I made that comment earlier on, which was my grandfather's favourite saying. He lived his life by that. He would have always helped other people. Always, always, always helped other people. Put other people first, actually. Believe it or not. He really, really did. He lived that saying to a T. It's nice to be nice. He got a nice feeling out of being nice to others. They think you're nuts. Are you kidding me? Thanks very much, mate, for your donation. Really appreciate it. Again, there's somebody who's supported the channel for a long time now because of our Australian stuff. And I am coming to Melbourne. You're right, mate. I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be going to the MCG, the Melbourne Cricket Ground. I want to go to the Marvel Stadium as well, actually. Chris, boom. Mate, you are so generous when I do my live streams. It's like, oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Are you kidding me? Thank you for your donation as well. All these donations, greatly appreciated. And as I said, they are all going into an account for my trips, for the equipment that's necessary for the trips. I'll probably need a better camera than the one I'm using. I don't know. I'm going to have to source that and see what's best for the vlogging job. You know, vlogging. You don't want a camcorder. You don't. I need to do my homework on it, my research. What would be best for that job? Any recommendations from anyone who's maybe done vlogging type stuff before? I'm more than welcome. Stuff on that, because I'm not a technology whiz kid. But any recommendations would be greatly appreciated on vlogging type equipment, cameras, etc. I'll need spare batteries and stuff, because you're going to be out on the road. You want to not be running out of battery. You want to have a few spare batteries, so stuff like that there. Ones that can take a microphone as well, so you're picking up the sound quality, you're not picking up the wind, etc. You're welcome. Thanks very much, Chris, again. Jan, hold a better view with real people and slightly off the beaten path. Used to work on a hostel, miss it. I totally get that, Jan. 100%. Look, meeting the real people, showing you the real country, not going to what's a tourist hotspot, what a travel agent is necessarily telling you to go and do, but actually meeting the people who is engaged with the channel is a big thing for me, because they've supported you. Do you know what I mean? And if I'm lucky enough to visit their neck of the woods, their part, I'd love to actually get shown around a little bit. There's been people offering me so many cool stuff, like going and hunting pigs and stuff like that there, and fishing and all the rest of it. I like a bit of fishing myself, but to get shown in some of these great lakes you've got, like, oh, come on the boat, go a bit of fishing, I've got a boat, blah, blah, blah. All these things that people have said, I'd love to be able to do that. So many people, though, you're not going to be able to please everyone or meet everyone, but if I'm going to a location where somebody is, do not be afraid to let me know. Randy and Don, by contacting the embassy, they may set up a free ride. Is that right? The embassies in the States, or I've never heard that before. You could be right. I am not too sure how that works, but I'm more than happy to sort of kind of work my way towards these things, if you like. When your wife visits the MCG, she will call it her new home, like we do. Oh, of course, it's the mecca of Aussie rules, isn't it? Bill, thanks very much for your nice comment there, and I wish you well. Enjoy work. Hopefully it goes quickly for you. Sinfinity, I just stumbled upon this live stream. How are you? I'm really well. Thanks very much for asking. I love Holy Loch. Randy, isn't there? Love your positivity and your grandfather saying, yeah, oh, kind of wish I could live my life a little bit more like he did to it. But it was his thing, and it is something that I love. When I think about it, I think I should probably be a little bit more like the way he was, because it's a nice way to be. So yeah, thanks very much for that. The world could be much better if we just live the golden rule. Best wishes for you and your family. Thanks very much, Jan Krebs. Really appreciate that. MCG is epic with huge crowds and Marvel super close to action. It's so very exciting. Chris, have you considered you deserve this? Well, it's a good question. Deserve, I would never say I deserve anything. I try my best to work hard and engage with people, and hopefully they enjoy it and they don't get bored. What I will say is I'm noticing some of the content I've been doing is actually having a positive impact on people's lives who are struggling, and I won't betray anybody's privacy, but there has been quite a few people talking to me behind the scenes that are struggling right now, and they've made comment of how it's helping them. So that's quite a nice thing to hear. When you say that comment, Chris, I wouldn't ever say I feel like I deserve anything. I don't think I'm that way inclined. But when you see the donations coming through and you think that and feel that way, that's a really nice thing for you to say. But I'll just keep working hard and doing what I do and trying to enjoy it and try and be light-hearted and good-spirited for folk and positive, and keep the channel in that direction and not veer too far from that path, if you like. There is going to be times where I'm going to be burnt out and I'm going to be tired and I'm going to probably be struggling myself. It does happen. But that's where I rely on the comments, the positive comments, to dig me out of that hole as well. So I'm a human being as well. I get those moments as well in my life. So yeah, thank you very much for the question comment. Yeah, I'd never thought of it that way. Deanna, how are you? Crown over. Deanna Crownover. I live off the tributary of the Suwannee. I'm sorry, I don't know where that is. If you could kind of explain a little bit better where it is for me, because my geography on that one's not great. Apologies for that. Great place to fish, sounds great. Or airboat or hog hunt sounds unbelievable, Deanna, doesn't it? when you read those comments. Sounds fantastic. Randy Lint, yes. You seem like a very kind soul and personable. Thank you for your channel. I enjoy your spirit. Teresa, thank you very much for that lovely comment. That's really lovely to read. Beautiful thing to read, actually. So thanks very much. Oh, great. How's it going? I've just seen a sticker pop up. Teresa, thank you so much for that. Really kind, generous donation. And I've actually never seen a sticker before. Anytime somebody has done that and been kind enough to and generous to donate, that's the first time I think I've ever seen a sticker. And he's a wee guy lying there with a sweatband on, like just chilling and loving life. You know what I mean? Thank you very much, Teresa. Greatly appreciated. Deanna saying, all the comments just jumped away there. Teresa, lovely comment though. Really like that comment. Yes, embassy tours. Never heard of them. I'm going to have to actually look into that because that could be something that could be an option for us. I don't know. That's just the first of me hearing this. I don't know any more about it than what you've just told me, but I'll have to look into that actually. Heather, how are you? I'm actually an hour and a half north of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in a rural farm area. I just say Pittsburgh because it's the biggest city near me, but yeah, come see us, small town folks. Small town folks, it's the heartbeat of every country, isn't it? It's these rural areas. These are the soul of a country. I always find the country people, they've got a story to tell, simple life, not in the fast pace, the hustle bustle of the cities who just are in a fast pace to go nowhere sometimes. A rat race, if you like, but country people just have an unbelievable ability just to slow it all down and just enjoy the simple things. So I do appreciate that comment, and I do see things that way. I live in a smaller town myself, so yeah, 100%. Deanna, thank you for being such a patriot, by the way. Do you know what? It is. I am what I am. It is what it is, isn't it? You've got to be proud of where you come from and enjoy that fact. Thanks very much for that. I live a train stop from Kokoda Memorial Trail, hiking and splendid forest with history as well. Would love to guide you. That sounds absolutely brilliant, by the way. I'll have to keep it in mind because obviously Australia is our first trip with the channel, and what I will say is I've not started planning it yet because of COVID, because of the bloody travel restrictions, everything's knocked me back where I wanted to be. I'd planned on 2021, even 2022 is now looking. I don't know. We'll get when we get. We'll just have to play it by ear and see what's happening with the travel front. UK is opening up things now, and you never know if they're going to close it again. It's such a sickening situation. So for the channel, I haven't planned anything yet. I'll just have to wait and see what's happening on that front. We'll be good to go. Like my children will be ready to go. Me and my wife and I will be vaccinated. We'll have I don't know what documentation they're going to want you to have, but in terms of planning the whole thing, mate, that sounds fantastic. And it would be good to have somebody show me off the beaten track, if you like, the good things that not necessarily tourists are going to see. They miss some of the better, like little hidden gems of the countries as well, don't they? I don't care where you go in Australia, it's awesome. I know it will be. I've watched so much on Australia, talked to so many people. I know it's awesome. I just can't wait to get it done now. I live in the boonies. Our little town pop streets is only 636. Not much to do unless you like to climb trees. Laughing out loud. I like climbing trees. Or at least I did when I was young. I don't know if this fat backside would be able to get up a tree anymore, but I'll give it a good go. How does that sound? Oh, Richard. Thank you very much, Richard. I'm sure, Richard, you're my patron of ours as well. While you're already supporting us before, and I greatly appreciate that. And what a donation as well. Thank you so much. Honestly, I can tell you that as a patriot, it's very uplifting and encouraging to hear that not everybody thinks that Americans should be defined by all the craziness these days. Thank you. Look, I'm not naive enough to think what I see on the news is America. Look, I don't even watch the news anymore because it's so negative. So that's why, in my head, what most people stand for in America is what I see it as, but what you're being portrayed as a country, possibly around in your on your own media and the media elsewhere, is maybe a different thing. But switch the TV off, guys. Put the social media down. I don't need that negativity in my life. Just enjoy yourself. Appreciate what you've got, and enjoy it. Like, and I'm engaging with so many good people from different parts of the world right now, and I'm reading lovely comments, and it's fantastic. So, 100%, Richard. You don't need to say that to me. I know that. You know that. Everybody that's watching the channel, we know that. So thanks very much for that comment and the donation. Greatly appreciated. Your generosity is fantastic. Thank you. Thanks, Prince. Part outside Dallas. It's Diner Saw Prince. My children would love to see that. I think children love the prehistoric stuff. Dinosaur. Prince and the bloody rock. How cool is that? Gettysburg, Mount Vernon, Williamsburg, Virginia, but Erie, Pennsylvania is a great town to visit. Also, lots of history and wine. Oh, you've sold it on the wine. Red, white, whatever. Get it into you. Love the wine. Oh, lovely love hearts there from Jan. Thank you very much, Jan. Magenta, thank you for being uplifting and bringing hope with your American reactions. I have to go to work now, Magenta. Thanks very much. Of course, you are a new member of the channel. I have actually emailed you now. I'm going to be sorting out that. Have not got to the post office to send the hats off. But this is one of the prizes that you won, this wee hat. Maybe it doesn't suit you. I don't know if you wear hats, but that was just one of the second place prize. It's a Flex Fit hat with our original logo on it. TDC, The Don's channel. One of them's coming. I've got spare ones there that I'm posting off a few of them to people as well. I've got a few of them to get sent out, actually. And you're one of them, Magentas. Thanks very much for becoming a member. That is greatly appreciated, your support. Quite a few comments coming up now. It's flying past. Yeah, Teresa's just agreeing with what I was saying about the news. No, I don't watch it. It's doom and gloom, negativity, always trying to bring you down and make you feel miserable. If you watch that every day, you will be miserable. What is the old saying? Like, with food, when you talk about food, you are what you eat. You are what you eat. Well, you can kind of relate that to what you put into your brain as well, can't you? If you put negativity into your brain, you'll become quite negative. You'll become quite depressed. If they're pushing fear onto you all the time, you'll start to feel down. You'll start to feel miserable. You are what you eat. You are what you put in. It's like the old Indian saying, like, you've got two wolves in you. You've got the good wolf and the bad wolf. What wolf is going to define you? Well, it's the one that you feed. It's the one that you feed. So if you're going to feed yourself negativity, you're going to feed yourself bad things, you're going to put an output, and there's going to be an outpouring of that negativity. That and it is that is what the news is. That is, it's negativity. They're trying to keep you down, in my opinion. Why can't they actually report on the good stories, the good things? They're trying to sell. They're trying to sell newspapers, trying to sell these rags, these not even fit to wipe your backside with. Clickbait, garbage. I can't be doing it. Don't buy newspapers. Don't watch the news. Social media story that's like, oh, this is what's happened today, and it's so slide on by. Thank you very much. See you later, alligator. So yeah, like you are what you feed, isn't it? Good morning, Matthew from Arizona. How are you? I hope you're well. Ice wine is very yummy and sweet. My fiance Nick and I love sweet wine. Nice. Never tried ice wine. Is it a particular thing, or is it a red wine or a white wine that's a little bit sweeter? I'm not too sure. Is it a bubbly wine like a prosecco, a white wine, fizzy white wine? Not too sure. But I'll drink it. If it's cold and it's wet, I'll drink it. Quite a good comment there from Jan. Normal people don't make the news. No, they don't. They don't. You're right. Hi, Debbie. How are you? I hope you're well. Moscato is very good. Oh, I'll have to check it out. We'll probably get it. You can probably get it in the off licenses here. I'll have to check it out. It's made every year in northeast Pennsylvania. I'm sure you'll probably be able to get it here. So I am going to be going very shortly. I'm starting to get quite tired now because, as I said, I was up very early for my work this morning, 3:30. I get up and I start work at 4. And I've got a couple of the reactions that I've already done. Are you kidding me? I was trying to do the reaction to the video said by oversimplified. Now, I struggle to do a reaction to it. I don't know if it's the cartoon or the way he's going on. He's trying to crack these jokes. I really struggle to get in. Maybe I'm tired, but I really struggle to get into the reaction of it. So I pulled the pin on the reaction actually for that one. Emu Wars it was. I would be interested in the story, but I don't know if it's the way they deliver the video with a cartoon-like form. I just couldn't take to it. So I just pulled the pin on that one. And likewise, the story of Roy Benavides, it was a cartoon type one. This guy's an absolute war hero. He was special forces, Green Beret for the US. And what a story he has, the stuff that he did in Vietnam and stuff. And the cartoon made it seem, I can't explain the way it made it seem. It's such a great story. It didn't need to be cartoonized and simplified. We're big people. We've got our big boy pants on, big girl pants on. If there's something bad, I can take that. I can react to that. But the cartoon kind of made it quite childlike for me. And I didn't want that taken away from a fantastic story that Roy had for his life. Of course, he's passed away now, quite a young age, actually. And I'd like to actually do a reaction to these things in a more serious video, but something that I can react to and put my input on the review afterwards and actually put an input to. I found them quite difficult to do that with, actually, so that's why I pulled the pin on them. Only bad things seem to make the news, absolutely. Oh, you're welcome, Teresa. It's my pleasure. I like live streams. I like being able to talk to people. And another thing I want to say before I go is, I see your comments, everyone. I read them. I don't always get the chance to type back. There's too many comments on the videos to talk back. This is why this is a good way to do it. So I'm starting to recognise familiar faces from comments on videos from a couple of the live streams now. And it's nice to start building relationships in other parts of the world. Of course, I've got individual relationships that I've built over the time that I've been doing the Australian content, Canadian content as well. There's a couple of people there that have helped me when I've started to do NHL stuff, which is greatly appreciated, the help. learning the sport, learning the cultures around the game, its histories, its beginnings, if you like, how the sport came about, and the different communities, etc. And it means a lot to people, so it's nice to talk to them and learn from them on all that stuff. Thanks very much, everyone. Thank you to each and every one of you that's joined and made this an enjoyable live stream. I hope for people who maybe had questions, I've managed to answer them. There's an awful lot of people talking, so it's difficult to maybe miss some along the way. Apologies for that. And for everyone who's donated, wow, I'll never take that for granted. It's greatly appreciated. Your support means an awful lot, and the fact that you've been able to afford to do that means a lot too. So greatly appreciated your generosity. And I'll see you all soon. I'm going to be loading those videos. It will be today. I can't put an hour on it. I don't know. I honestly don't know when it will be, but it'll be today. Maybe if you're in Australia, it'll be tomorrow. Given the time difference ahead of us, you'll be tomorrow here for you. But yeah, that's everything. So stay safe, everyone. Have a nice day. And I'll talk to you all soon. Good luck and goodbye.